wooden workshop sits behind a heavy sliding door, its surface made of thick planks that show smooth marks from years of being opened and closed. When you push the door aside, it moves with a deep, steady glide, revealing a room washed in warm, low light. Inside, everything feels still. Not frozen, just calmly waiting. Your first step lands on a floor made of wide wooden boards. The wood gives slightly under your weight, firm but gentle. Your step makes a soft, rounded sound that fades as soon as it appears. You take another step, then another. Each one settles quietly into the air. The room smells faintly of wood shavings and warm dust. Nothing sharp, nothing fresh. Instead, the scent has softened over time, blending into something steady and familiar. The kind of scent that clings to rooms where hands once worked slowly, but nothing has been touched for many hours. A long workbench stretches along the left wall. Tools lie neatly arranged on its surface. Small chisels, wooden blocks, brushes, clamps, resting exactly where they belong. None are scattered. Each one has its place, as if someone once paused mid-project, cleaned everything carefully, and stepped away with no rush to return. You walk beside the bench, letting your hand hover just above the smooth wooden surface. The bench carries shallow marks, lines, tiny grooves, soft dents that give the wood its quiet history. Your steps remain slow and even, the boards underfoot creaking softly in a friendly, familiar way. You move deeper into the workshop. On your right, shelves reach almost to the ceiling. They hold pieces of shaped wood, jars of tiny screws, small blocks wrapped in cloth, and boxes labeled in handwriting that has faded slightly. Everything is organized, but not rigid. A calm order, not a strict one. You walk along the shelves, noticing how the low light settles into the grain of the wood. Dust rests lightly on the highest surfaces, untouched but not neglected. The air here feels thicker, warmer, shaped by the quiet presence of so many materials waiting in stillness. Near the center of the room, a large wooden table stands on thick legs. Its surface is broad and clear, except for a single unfinished object placed near one corner. It looks like part of a frame, smooth on 3 sides, the 4th side still raw. Your steps slow as you walk around the table, taking in the way the light touches the object, softening its edges. You do not touch it. You simply let your presence move past it. The room holds its silence with ease. In the far corner, a small stool rests beside a tall cabinet. The cabinet doors are closed, but the grain of the wood shows faint vertical lines where they meet. A key hangs from a small hook beside it. The though the lock looks old and unused. You walk toward it at a steady pace, noticing the subtle shift in shadows as you move. The stool feels almost symbolic in its simplicity. 3 sturdy legs, a flat, round top, no decoration. Its presence suggests a place where someone once paused to think or rest, or simply breathe between motions. Now it stands empty, its silence blending into the rest of the room. You trace a slow arc around the cabinet and return to the main area of the workshop. The light is soft here, coming from fixtures mounted high on the walls. They cast a warm glow that enhances the natural color of the wood. Nothing flickers, nothing hums. You walk toward a set of smaller tables on the right side of the room. These tables hold wooden shapes in various stages of completion. Smooth curves, squared off blocks, slender carved pieces that once might have been part of a larger whole. Each piece sits quietly, without urgency, as though time has paused around them. One table holds a shallow wooden bowl, sanded smooth but unfinished, its edges round gently, catching the light in a soft gradient. You pass it slowly, letting your steps fall into an easy rhythm that matches the room's calm atmosphere. A narrow window sits high on the far wall. Just below the ceiling, its glass is clouded, allowing only a muted glow to filter through. The outside world cannot be seen from here. Only a blurred suggestion of light that softens the room even further. You walk beneath it, feeling the faint change in temperature as you pass. Along the back wall, several wooden boards lean upright against the surface. Some are dark, some pale, some wide, some narrow. They stand in a gentle cluster, their edges touching in places but not pressing. Your steps carry you past them, and you sense the quiet energy they hold. Potential, but not pressure. You turn slowly, making your way back toward the center of the workshop. The large table comes into view again. Steady and grounded, you walk around it in the opposite direction as time, giving you a slightly new perspective on the tools. The shelves, the unfinished work. The floorboards shift softly underfoot as you walk. Their sounds are subtle but comforting. A gentle reminder that the room is old, used, but peaceful. You move toward the left wall again, this time passing the lower drawers beneath the workbench. Their handles are round and smooth. One drawer sits open just an inch, as if it had been checked and then left as is. You do not reach for it. You simply acknowledge the small imperfection in an otherwise very calm space. You walk back toward the shelves of wooden pieces. Your pace remains slow, unhurried. The variety of shapes and grains creates a quiet landscape. Angles, lines, softened edges. all contributing to the room's gentle atmosphere. Without forcing attention, passing the shelves, you move once more toward the tall cabinet. The air feels a little cooler on this side of the room, and your steps adjust naturally, becoming even softer. The stool sits exactly as before, untouched and steady. You complete another gradual loop around the workshop, letting your steps guide you rather than thinking about the path. Every corner feels consistent, yet subtly different when approached from another angle. Nothing shifts out of place, nothing interrupts your walk. You begin to slow as you return to the center of the room again. The unfinished object on the table quietly holds the warm glow of the light. The bench waits along the wall. The tools rest in their arranged positions. Your breath deepens without effort. Your shoulders loosen. Your thoughts settle further into the steady quiet of the workshop. You take a few more gentle steps, letting the room absorb the rhythm of your walk. The wooden surfaces reflect the calm around you. The shelves stand in silent order. The small window holds its muted glow. Your walk comes to a natural close in the middle of the workshop, right beside the table. The stillness surrounds you completely now, warm, grounded, steady. The wooden workshop rests, and you rest quietly within it.